sound that Michelle loves so much. She felt cheated because I've already opened the bottle of wine that we're going to be featuring today. Hey, happy afternoon. We're going to have a special Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, but not at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We told you early this morning that we were going to do it at lunchtime. So there you go, 12:30. First of all, if you haven't met, this is Michelle Harmon. She is part of the Real Monica Adams team, and I want to thank Ashlyn Cross, who is at home moderating for you. And she's got a handful of things that I've given her to drop in during our show. So we're going to feature Pink. The actual singer is not going to join us. It's still manifesting. You've got to be on the show, Alecia. I have been a fan of yours forever. Not just your singing, way beyond that. It's who you are as a person, the love that you want for the world, the fact that you're a winemaker blew my mind several years ago. I remember telling her, she's like, you mean she put her name behind it? I'm like, no, she actually makes the wine. We're going to talk about all that today.
She gets her hands in it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And her kids are part of it as well. Mm-hmm. So Two Wolves, that is the name of the wine or the name of the winery, I should say. Syrah is the wine that we're going to feature today, and it's a 2021. So I did open this, Michelle, it's actually almost going on an hour now, just to let it breathe. And the biggest thing that Alecia, Pink, says is to take your time with this one.
Okay.
Right. So don't down the wine. You shouldn't be doing that anyway, but truly enjoy it. But we've got some food that we're going to tell you that we're pairing with it. She has the most hilarious thing that she says that I'll be showing you of what she says you should pair with it. And she says, I think if I had you do that, I would probably get arrested for what I tell you to pair with. I'll tell you that in just a second.
My mind is flying right now.
What are you thinking?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
Pink, by the way, is going to be in concert. You've never seen her, right?
No.
You're busy this week, and otherwise I was going to take you because we talked about this. So Pink is going to be at the Dome. This is the third time that I have seen her, and I'm very interested to see the acoustics in the Dome. I don't know that I've ever seen a show at the Dome before, a concert. Well, maybe. No, I didn't.
I have not. I've only seen football games.
Football games, right. So we were just at the Battlehawks game, a couple months ago. So I hadn't been in the Dome in a while in the first place. But I love the setting for football. Interested for a concert. How many of you are going to see Pink, by the way? She is going to be incredible as she flies around the Dome. That's the thing. I'm sure by now you've seen what she does in her concerts. But if you've never seen her firsthand, tickets are still available. And I mentioned this morning. I have a single ticket. Mm-hmm. If somebody is wanting to go and see her, I have one ticket that is available that's in the 400 section, which, as I just mentioned, since she flies around, there's really no bad seat in the house. Yeah. I'm going to be sitting down below. I'd love to see you beforehand. Now, Julie Fabian, I think it was, it said, you have an extra ticket? ? I do. So if somebody wants to reach out and I don't know, at some point I might give it away, but I would love to get something from it. I will give a discount.
You spent a lot of money on those.
I did, but I'm sitting in the expensive seats. But, well, I mean, really, I think they're just under 100, but make me an offer if you would like to go and see her. You'll sit with one of my best friends that I've known since my college years. Her husband, and my godchild will actually be sitting right next to you. You'll have a lot of fun, and you'll enjoy just truly one of the most incredible entertainers of our time. You know, do you remember when she had to cancel her concert about a month ago? That was in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Have they ever come out and said, she had an illness.
Respiratory issues.
But I don't know that I've ever seen it. Do any of you know what was she suffering from? Has she ever come out and said? Let me know that. Ashlyn's doing us a great job at home, popping things in. Terry said, I had a small taste. Thanks for sharing it with me, Monica. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know that you had a Syrah with me, Terry, but I have been very generous in sharing Pink's wine because you cannot buy this.
You're very generous with all your wine.
Oh, I try. I'll go. When is it? I'm going to make sure I can make it. You would love it. You'd sit next to Julie, Terry.
Well, that's trouble.
Those two played soccer together. It is Saturday. You want to buy the ticket, Terry? Let me know. So Terry and everybody else, I'm going to share this with you. And if you were here right now, I would give you a little taste because to me, that's what life's about, is sharing things that maybe others never get an opportunity to try. And for this one, unless you are able to get on her mailing list, or not her mailing list, on her allocation list and get chosen, because at this point, it's now a lottery. Wow. In the beginning, what I believe, this Saturday, I missed the first allocation. Mm-hmm. And then I saw this very cult wine article, and I'm like, Michelle, she makes wine. What? And I put myself on the list, and I believe I only missed the first offering. And then ever since I've been on it, it's been about 5-6 years.
been
I think.
a while.
Right.
It has been a while.
And I've told you, if you want to go, by the way, Ashlyn has already dropped the website in. If you want to go to her website, you can see what I'm talking about and put your name on the list, because at this point they now pick through a lottery. And so people could have been on there for years, and then you put yourself on and you could get chosen beforehand, which would be incredible, right?
Yeah.
I've told Michelle that my favorite of hers is Group Song. I am a huge fan of her group song, Red Wine. But what I opened up for my family over the weekend for Jim's birthday was her rosé, which you've had with me, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
It is not pink in color.
No,
or
it's
rosé in
gold.
Yes. And my brother goes, well, it tastes like a Chardonnay to me. It doesn't taste, it's not really reminiscent, I don't think, of a rosé. But you can see on her page right now, if you look on the Two Wolves wine page, that the current offering that we just got was a rosé, a Graciano, and this. A 2021 Syrah. First of all, cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
And to all of you, if you're at home and able to have a glass of something with us, go ahead and open it up. If not, if you're at work right now and you're like, dang it, I wish I was off like them. We're not actually off. I'm working right now.
That's right. I'm on the clock.
Yes. So tell them what you're getting in the nose. It's interesting. Again, it's been open about an hour. Letting it breathe.
Tell them why that's important, because it's been a while since we've discussed the importance
so
of
if
that.
you open well, first of all, this is a 2021. If you've got a really old wine, there's a couple things here. If you have a really old wine and you're going to pour it into a decanter, you are not pouring it fast and furious. You're very, very delicate with it. And sometimes people even put a light right next to it, and they look at the sediment that comes in. They try to stop it before that. Mm-hmm. There's many things about the whole wine aspect that kind of blow people's mind. But with this, it was, if we drink it right away as soon as we open it, it's not really the way she wants you to taste it. She'll feel that it's a little bit too tight and it needs to breathe. So you understand that it needs some oxygen. We're letting it breathe. I was actually going to put it in a decanter for her, or I was going to pour it over the one that we got from, what's the name of the place in Town and Country? Cooper's Hawk. Yeah. With a little glass thing that it rolls over. I think those are so cool. Yeah, do any of you have really neat decanters at home, by the way? That's one of my favorite things. I love decanters. And you can actually tell me if you would have liked this decanted. I went back and forth in my head whether I thought I was going to.
So when she talks about a wine being tight.
Yeah.
It's like when you taste the wine and on your tongue, you're like, mwah, mwah. Nah.
You might say it's bitter.
Bitter, and it makes your little taste buds kind of shrink up.
Tart.
Yeah, so that's what we mean by tight. It's like, if you let it breathe,
it opens it up.
Smoother.
Mm-hmm. It gives you the layers that they've gone through in the soil, the grapes, the climate. I mean, there's so many things that you've heard us talk about before that go into this. So here's
now there can be too much air. There can be too much oxygen that you put into it.
So let me say that. Somebody asked in the past, so these ideas come up in my head. How long will a bottle of wine last if you are having, like we're doing, a glass of wine and you're like, well, there's still a lot left. Can I put the cork in it? What do I pump oxygen in it? What do I need to do? So she says that with a Syrah there's a couple things here. I asked Chuck last week, the red wines ideally are served at 57 degrees, which a lot of you might be drinking room temperature red, and that will blow your mind in the first place. Mm-hmm. Syrah is more in the 60 to 63 degree range. So you could take a red wine, a Syrah, and put it in the refrigerator for 15 minutes, and it will be exactly where they would want it to be. The other thing is, when you're done, she's saying you can put the cork in it and put it back in the refrigerator, and it'll last for you for about 3 or 4 days. And then after that, it starts to oxidize, and then you're kind of ruining it. Jillian, I'll be seeing pink on Saturday. Very good. Cheers. Yay. We're drinking her wine right now. If you're just tuning in, it's a special edition, lunchtime edition of Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. Michelle and I are drinking one of Pink's wines, paying homage to her since she's coming in concert on Saturday. And I mentioned, again, this was in Switzerland, I believe, a month ago that she had to cancel. And I remember when I read the headline and I thought she was canceling her entire tour.
Yeah.
And I was like,
right. I was too.
But I was like, just in Switzerland.
Like,
Sorry, Switzerland. No. I hate that you didn't get a chance to see her. Yeah. But all of the tickets were refunded, by the way. Yeah, she canceled her tour in Bern, Switzerland due to health concerns. And I was looking, I've seen all these stories from a month ago and have never seen anything since then. So if you know why, if you've seen anything from her, why, let us know. Okay, Did you taste it yet?
I did.
What are you getting?
I did. And you know what? This could actually breathe a little bit more.
So I can decant it.
It could be decanted.
I like this.
Was getting.
It's big, by the way.
It's big.
Now
I was getting,
what?
Like black cherry.
Okay. So let's see.
Let's see what the tasting notes say. I was getting black cherry.
Pink, if you're tuning in right now.
Not a maraschino.
No. Dark.
Like a dark currant.
Okay. So.
Am I even close?
So this
currant
is
cranberries.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Black peppercorn, oregano, clove, nutmeg, eucalyptus, herbs and spices. Okay. This, again, is from Two Wolves. It's a beautiful, mysterious beast, she says. A predator in a pine forest where earth and animal meet. Ooh. Okay, so the fruit, juicy plum. I definitely taste plum. A brambly mix of red and white currants and cranberries. Black olives. No, taste it again. See if you can get a black olive out of that.
I am not getting a black olive.
No, I get big plum. I definitely taste the plum.
So, yeah.
What you're seeing on the screen, and I know it's a little smaller for you, but a classic wine to be savored. Powerful but well-integrated creature with serious but fine tannins and a long, long finish. That's the thing. Sometimes when you're drinking wine, you get it right away, you taste it, and then it goes away. It doesn't linger. This has not gone away, and I know. I mean, no matter how many sips I have, it's lasting.
So we need to start eating some
Take your time with this one, I stressed again. Mm-hmm. So Michelle and I are going to have some bison. So here's what she says. I would say pair with fresh kill venison. But then she says I'd probably be arrested, so please don't do that. Also, I love Bambi and would never eat her or his cousin, so please don't. Maybe just some jerk chicken.
Okay.
How about something like coq au vin or... Oh, gosh, I don't know how to say that one.
Pepe?
Yeah, maybe anybody. Smoked Gouda or any vegan dish with lentils or beans. So that's what I had last night already. Mushrooms, where we know Bambi will be safe, she says. Now, here's what's funny. Michelle did not know any of that. But look what Michelle brought over for us, folks. You tell me what this looks like. Okay, let's do it that way. This is what we're going to try with it. Oh, never mind. This is what we're going to try with it, folks. And no, we are not drunk. We just started with you.
This is our first couple
She
sips.
did not know that I was going to tell you that mushroom was in the tasting notes.
Choco
or
rooms?
Choco
rooms?
Oh, you got to get that. Where did you get these?
I found it at Deerberg's.
Chocolate. They're not actually mushrooms, but they look like, well, do they look like a mushroom to you?
It's a little mini breadstick.
Oh.
With a chocolate tip. It's a milk and dark chocolate.
Oh,
tip.
It is more milk chocolate. Okay, now we started with that.
It's supposed to be both.
Oh my God, Terry, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
You know what it is? Okay, so this one's dark.
You got dark and milk?
And this one's milk. The dark's a little bit bigger.
Okay. Look, where she's going with this.
I think this is the dark one. They're
Terry, look at what Terry's comment says. Folks, it is, oh my God, she did not do that. What's your whistle Wednesday?
This one's dark.
Those are good, actually.
They're good.
I didn't know there was a little breadstick. Ashlyn is cracking up at home and saying, oh my gosh, we are nuts. This is the kind of fun we have together, though. Why do you think we've become such good friends?
These did not come with nuts.
No. Nothing's
just
hanging.
Just a bag.
Nothing's dangling.
Just a bag of tips.
A bag of tips.
No nuts.
So I have... Did you give me all the milk chocolate? She kept all the bigger ones for herself. Figures. Uh-huh. So I don't know where she got them.
Deerberg's.
Deerberg's. There you go.
Deerberg's. There's like a little section of like
Choco rooms
of English tea cookies and biscottis.
It didn't change my wine.
It was in that section. I don't know.
Anybody drinking with us, by the way? Any of you already off? It's 5:00 somewhere. It's What's Your Whistle Wednesday, Wine Down Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. Midweek. It's you celebrating you. So we're talking about pinks, red, Syrah.
The fresh kill.
Yes, this is the fresh kill she recommended. We got a bison in my backyard. I shouldn't have done that while she was eating. So I originally was telling her to bring over, I told her I had some cheeses, but didn't have any meat. And I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm actually going to do bison.
What, you eat no meat?
What, you eat no meat? Yeah. Go ahead, Ashlyn. Put the my big fat Greek wedding down for that one. So
I make you lamb.
The chocolate didn't change the wine. Let's see if the bison does. Okay. So more gamey, This is lean, though. I'm not a big red meat eater, but if I do, I don't like it greasy. Jim will buy me bison, which is why I had bison on hand. Tell me if it's not hot anymore. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's yummy.
Okay, there we go. That's what it's supposed to pair with.
Right,
What
that's
year
paired-
is the wine? It is a 2021, Terry. Anybody else, by the way? I'm going to pop over here real quick to Instagram.
That
Any questions?
is really good with the wine.
So we've got, look who's on.
Who's on?
Yeah, I was supposed to have a meeting with her, but she's watching us. Lori, who is my manager, she's with InView Model and Talent. If you want to book us for us to do speaking engagements or anything, we'll hook you up with her or her.
Rawlings.
Rawlings is on. Well, hi, Eric. We love you. Let's see, who else? I don't recognize any of these others' names. I'm looking for Pink or somebody affiliated with Pink to sign on for us. It's a 2021. One more time. It's Two Wolves. And can I do this? If you go to her website, which, by the way, Ashlyn has dropped for you. I just want to put this up on the screen and read this because she said, I love this. And I don't know.
Here's the
back of it. I don't know if you all are going to be able to see this really, really well, but I'm going to read it to you because if you want to know the background on Pink, she says, I'm always a dreamer. I've always been one, a believer and a seeker. In my travels, they've taken her all over the place. And so she tells her story about my way, right? I'm going to do things my way, whether people like it or not. Exactly.
Way.
She should have done a duet with him. So I'm going to read this to you. And if you go to her website, you'll actually hear her voice doing it, but I didn't want to infringe on copyrights or anything like that. But this is the story and the parable that is brought to life of the tale of two wolves. Ready for this? It's so cool. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said to the boy. It's a terrible fight, and it's between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. He continued, the other is good. He's joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you, young son, and inside every other person that's listening to us right now. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, well, which wolf will win? And the old Cherokee simply replied, the one that you feed. Isn't that powerful?
Ooh.
That's how Two Wolves came about.
got a chill.
Yes.
I have to shave my legs again because all my hair is popped out.
Isn't that cool? So if you've never known
That's
about
amazing.
the walk of two wolves and where it came from, now, if you really know Alecia Moore, a.k.a. Pink, then you know that she battles with people saying, why are you always so angry? Well, you and your husband always seem to be in arguments. No, they're not. They do have a tumultuous love in their marriage, but it makes it more exciting, right? Those fights become really powerful romance.
Some relationships work that way.
I'm sure they have incredible sex.
Makeup sex.
Exactly.
Angry sex.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good.
But you can tell she is so into her family. Her family is everything to her. But I bet that all became what she grew up. If you really know her history and the way she got into the industry, just everything that she went back and forth and battled. And she's like, I probably wasn't one of the most popular ones. And again, you look at her hair and she's like,
Well,
maybe
the industry tried to change her.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wanted her to be more pop friendly. And she's like, no, this is who I am. I'm edgy.
What's your favorite song
I'm in your face.
from her? There's so many. And she's just so powerful.
So raise your glass if you are grown in all the right ways. That's on my gym playlist, actually. So,
what about all of you, by the way, that are watching?
my favorite.
What's your favorite Pink song? What are you hoping that she'll do for you if you're going to go and see her on Saturday? I have seen, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to spoil it, but I have already seen the set list, and I have seen the song that she wraps up with. And I don't know if you guys will pick it or not. Tell us what your favorite is. Okay, so we had some bison, but we did the bison by itself. I was going to make us little sliders, and then I thought, no, let's let the meat and the wine have a communication together and speak to each other without a bunch of spices and cheese and bread. Because there's so many things when you're serving your food with the wine when you have guests over, and sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes it should just be simple and let it speak for itself. So I want you to do me a favor and put the bison with a little bit of that tahini tortilla. It's
Okay.
actually,
I
so
had
she
some
knows
of the
I love
Colby Jack.
tahini.
The Colby Jack was actually very good.
Oh,
with
you did
it,
have
too.
some cheese?
I did.
Okay. So this has tahini on it. You know I'm a spicy girl fan.
I'm still in detox from tahini. We had so much tahini in Mexico. I think I had at least a pound of tahini just on margaritas alone. But oh, it's so good. If you haven't had tahini, you can find it in a lot more
Now you can.
grocery stores.
It used to be
It's
like
a
you would go to
chili and lime spice.
Yep.
It's like a little bit of lime in it, but you put it on like
fun.
a rim.
Margaritas.
Margaritas. We had that pineapple margarita. That was really good with that rim, and the mango margarita.
So in place of
But
your
even on
salt or your
chicken,
sugar,
yeah.
you can put that around your glass. But yeah, put it on anything. It's not overly spicy. I think it's lost its spice.
Mm.
Good? Yeah, I don't taste a lot of spice. Oh, there it is. There's a little bit more. So I have a Australian, and I put that in the notes. An Australian smoked cheddar. And then what did you bring?
I brought a Colby Jack and a Swiss.
Okay.
And then I have Asiago crisps.
So I'm going to see if any of these...
And I brought some pear because the pear was about to go bad.
Yeah, use what you can. We've got some organic red grapes, which always go well with wine because they're used in it. Favorite Pink song? What About Us? Beautiful song, Jerry. Love that. And by the way, where have you been? Jerry Hammer, how have you been? I hope you've been well. So far, none of the food has caused an issue with the wine. There's sometimes where I think, oh my gosh, why did somebody serve that? Because it just completely ruined the palate.
Yes.
Now,
Agreed.
Here's another thing that I've done for Michelle. I have two different glasses here. Oh. People will always say, I don't know what glass I should serve this in. So from a Syrah standpoint, I brought this up, and you can't see this on your screen, but let me see if I can bring this up. Yes. Okay. The ideal temperature range, again, to serve a Syrah or a Shiraz, because in Australia, the similar grape is a Shiraz, is 60 to 65. Sorry, I said 60 to 63. It's 60 to 65, which can be achieved, again, with 15 minutes in the refrigerator. And as far as the best glass for you to choose, it is very similar to what you would consider a regular standard red wine glass. A great glass for medium to full-bodied red wines with spicy notes and or high alcohol. So the alcohol on this Syrah, by the way, is, I believe, I put it up on the screen
14.
before. It is 14.9. I thought it was almost 15%. Okay. I believe last week we were featuring a wine that was almost like 16%. It was a little higher alcohol content.
Ooh.
I know, right? So I want you to tell me now that you've had it. So these were my cake bread cellar. If you look at these, and you might say, oh, I'm more used to this at home. These are our Riedels, which we're a big fan.
Bigger globe.
Yeah, the big globe. They're both red wine glasses. This I would put in a lot of Cabernets. This would be more of what you would want supposedly to drink your Syrah or your Shiraz out of. So let's give you this one.
It makes a big difference. People don't...
Tell them about your experience with Riedel glasses.
So we went to a wine tasting, and they brought in this man who deemed himself the Riedel, the wine magician, and he was with Riedel, and he brought several different glasses. We had actually like a placemat that had the placement of where all the wine glasses went, and he would say that he could make the wine disappear. And we're like, okay, whatever. This is a way to sell these expensive glasses. So he would pour the wine in various glasses and have you taste them. And no kidding, like when you go to like Italian place that has the little dinky they're like really thick glasses, and they're like about this tall, and they pour the wine in that. You would have a glass like this, drink it, you could taste it, you could taste all the floral notes, all the fruit notes and everything. He would pour it into take it right out of this glass, pour it into that little, almost like a little juice glass or whatever that you would get at these little mom and pop Italian restaurants. Gone. The wine disappears. You taste it and you're like, where did it go? And then you pour it back into this glass and it's back again. It really makes a huge difference. And then he had what he called the Joker glass, which was just, it didn't even have a stem on it. I think it was just, it was almost like a red Solo cup, but it was a glass. And he poured it in that. That actually tasted better than the little Italian cheapy, glass that you that you get. That's
Which, you know how many people
squat.
say it's taboo to don't serve it in a red Solo glass unless you are Toby Keith. And Toby Keith would have done that.
You could taste the difference, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
A B, sorry.
It does make a big difference.
So I'm going to do this. And yes, I have had some food now, but I'm going to see if I can taste a difference. So you've had the other one. I'll let you do the kind of the side
even
side.
the smell, you can smell it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But granted, it's been open a little bit.
It's been open a little bit, but it also has that bigger bowl, so it allows more of that to come out. Jerry says, I'm still upright and breathing. I'm glad you are. As you're tuning in, tell us what's your favorite? What's your go-to drink, right? We love wine, red wine, white wine, champagnes.
Okay.
I'm a big Italian wine fan.
Let me hear.
Yeah. I want to know if there's a big difference to you of having it open up more. Are you all at work? I hope when you watch this later, you can do a hashtag.
Hello, bee.
Yeah. She's
Bees.
not afraid of them.
Bees don't bother me.
They sting me too much. They bother me. Let's see. Any of you going
It wants some wine. even just these two, this tastes different. Okay, enough already.
Right? It wants your wine. It likes
No,
pink.
it
It's
wants-
a pink fan.
It wants to be on the show.
Uh-huh. All right.
There is like a little thing. Okay. I got
Which one did you like better?
this?
You like the bigger one.
This actually tastes as though it has been open longer.
Understand something. You all have
Can I
a
just
different
compare?
palate. So just because she likes that doesn't mean it has to be what you do. Everybody's palate is different.
That's true.
It's also when you're drinking the wine. I've said this before, and she always laughs when I do this. Do you let the wine hit the tip of your tongue immediately, and then you're like, oh, I don't like that? Or do you bypass the tip and you go to the mid, or do you go out to the side? Stop! You're like a young boy in grade school.
Sorry.
So I want you to try next time. If there's a wine that you say, nope, I don't like it. Or for all of you white wine drinkers that turn up your nose to red wine, maybe you need to try it again. And maybe you're always getting the tartness on the tip of your tongue. And so I will try to go beyond that and say, okay, maybe that's where the tartness is found. So don't, I'm not going to say it because I'm not doing it.
No, this actually.
See, I just bypassed the tip.
I
did.
I didn't say anything.
But
she went there.
I'm talking about wine, folks.
Yes.
And it's different. It's a completely if you look at a tongue anatomically, look at where all of the different taste points are. It will make you understand.
You're sweet.
Ashlyn just thank you. You're sweet.
You're
too.
sweet. Your sweet is right at the tip.
Yes.
Your salty's on the side, and your sour's in the back.
I'm going to put a little grape in here. See what it does. Okay. By the way, Pink, I love you. You need to be on my show. I've been trying to get an interview with you forever.
Yes, I've been messaging you too.
Yes. And this is her. This is kind of in the beginning of her having the dream. This wonderful creature. But it's interesting to ask her, which would you do if you had your choice and you only had to do one? That would be a really big struggle for her. But she has studied under some of the greatest winemakers in our world, which I just think is fascinating. It really is. So she could have had an entirely different career instead of the entertaining aspect. Here's one thing I did want to ask all of you. In interviews that you've seen with her, and only because she hasn't been on our show yet, what's the best interview you've ever seen her do? Because there's one in particular that I was like,
the one, oh gosh, I don't remember. Oh, this is the smoked Gouda.
It's Gouda? It's Gouda.
So Gouda.
Ashlyn says, Pink, we love your wine. Yes, we do. But she's not even getting any. If you were here right now, you'd get some, Ashlyn. I'm going to have a pair.
It is.
For her. Her favorite.
No, it's probably your favorite.
Oh.
When someone was standing on her.
Yeah. So that, by the way, is Drea. Drea is the person who taught her how to do the silks and why she travels and flies all over the place inside of her concerts. Drea, if you are a fan of Tony Horton's P90X programs, Drea and Tony Horton became really good friends. And she is she's a beast when it comes to doing the silks and all of that acrobatic stuff. So she's the one that taught Pink. Pink, by the way, also used to credit her physique to P90X. So she has a tie to Tony Horton that way. Well, there was, I believe it was on ABC.
Yeah, Tony, hook us up. Come on,
exactly.
Man. We had you on the show.
Or Mark Schulman. Okay? So Mark who we interviewed, and Ashlyn's going to
He's the
drop
drummer.
if she hasn't already. I don't know if I grabbed that or not. I don't think I did. I don't have it.
You had something with him.
I thought I did.
You did,
but I don't see it here. I must not have.
I saw it earlier.
You did?
Yes.
I know, but I don't know.
I think it was his website.
Let me get it for you all as we're talking. So if you did not get a chance to see the interview,
or maybe I just saw it on one of your
that
tabs.
we did with
she
Mark
has
Schulman.
like a bazillion tabs up on her screen right now. That
yes,
would drive me
because
nuts.
yeah, but now you understand this is what I have to do. And while I'm talking, she's going to freak out, but this is what I do on the show.
Drive me cuckoo.
It's the only way you can. You have to do things this fast.
I like a clean screen.
Well, but you can't. Not when you're doing this many things. She doesn't understand yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But now we can get rid of some.
14, 15.
We can get rid of this,
17,
right?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 20.
Watch.
I'm seeing 23 tabs.
Okay, and they're all needed for today's show.
Now someone's going to ask for that.
There it is.
That's what I was looking for.
I know, but I'm going to put it up right now. So for all of you that are dealing with Michelle's craziness, what I'm talking about is an interview that we did, and Ashlyn posts for you. It was May 7th when it first aired, and then we re-aired it when I was in Cabo, and it was a wonderful interview that we did.
We did the audio too.
All right. Sorry about that, folks.
We're back.
Yes. Trying to do so much here. Okay. So
she's swiping and clicking and swiping and clicking.
I am trying to show you. Boom. There you go. All right. That quickly. The Attitude Equation is the name of the book from the wonderful Mark Schulman, who was Pink's drummer for 22 years. He also drummed for Cher and Foreigner and Velvet Revolver and you name it and you name it and you name it. Journey. He is speaking along with his longtime girlfriend, who we love. Her name is Heather Kreider. They are going to be speaking actually in the Ozarks, I think, together tomorrow. Her book, though, is what I wanted to know if it was out yet. It's not. She said it's been delayed. Now, the latest release for Heather Kreider's book should be the end of August.
Right. We just got that text. That's like
right before we
breaking
went on.
News.
Yes. And so we need to have them back on.
News.
They're going to be hanging with the band, by the way. Heather, remember that you said you were going to ask me to come and hang. Make it happen. Please make it happen for me.
Or at least drop a hint. Like, we will probably be here between these hours. Look back.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, she's a longtime fan of yours.
Oh my goodness.
So Mark and Heather, incredible guests. And if you haven't seen that interview, Ashlyn's posting some of those for you. Yeah, they're rock stars. And
we need a redo though, because I remember the storms were really bad when they were supposed to come in studio.
Yeah.
So we need a redo in person.
You all feel it though, right? If you followed me from Fox to KSDK to my own show, you know how big of a fan I've always been of hers and how much we have tried to make this happen. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. Tony Horton has become a good friend. She trained with him. Mark Schulman played with her. Hello, can we just make this happen? Everybody manifest it. Put it out there. Cross your fingers that at some point we'll make this happen. Okay, exactly.
I'm sending a message to Pink right now.
We're chilling today. Okay, so Jim, gosh darn it, Michelle has brought
a message from Jim just popped up. That's why
that doesn't matter to all of you.
No,
I was trying to see if I needed to say that to any of you.
Just popped up.
So let's do this. So this is a what?
An Asiago
crisp.
Crisp.
And then these are what? Swiss.
That is
one at a time. Okay, so Swiss is the one that I'm wondering.
I'm loving that one you got.
That's interesting. This one. Yes, well, that's what I thought. So what I was trying to do is pull in some of my favorites. I am a huge Pink fan. I just think she's one of the most incredible human beings. I'm a huge Australia fan, so I bought this Australian cheese that's a smoked cheddar that I thought would be really, really good with this.
Amazing.
Bigger. Bison, again, gamey, good with the Syrah. The Syrah's been open now for about an hour and a half, so it's going to continue to change on her. The Swiss, I'm interested. The Swiss, I wouldn't think would be good with this.
No.
Let me see if I'm right.
I had a bunch of stuff in the fridge that...
You agree? This is where we go wrong sometimes.
Swiss is just very generic.
Well,
I mean, it goes with... This would probably go well with like a Chardonnay.
Maybe, yes. What I think is Swiss has a lot of flavors to it and a lot that changes your palate around. Yeah, see, it usually cancels out so many things for me of what I'm trying.
It's like generic. It's just kind of
it's going to change what you were enjoying in your wine, I think.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, those do not go together. Don't serve. I wouldn't serve a Swiss with a Syrah or a Shiraz, by the way. The Australian.
I think it would go with a Chardonnay or some bubbles.
Bubbles would be good. Prosecco, I could see it with. I did an Australian smoked cheddar because the Australian version of this is a Shiraz, so I figured that would go together. But maybe the Asiago, I don't know, that might fight it also. Did you try that one yet?
Yeah, I did.
And you said no?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you all having fun with us?
The Colby Jack was good.
Oh, didn't try that one yet. What did you like the best? The bison?
The bison for sure. Yes, the fresh kill.
I did that just for you, Pink. I hope at some point this gets to her. She did a live with a guy about a month ago. And I'm like, how did you get an interview with her? And she was sitting there at the winery, right? Yeah. This morning I was on.
This is going to be me and her.
When we're 80?
Yeah.
Which sounds so old, but my mom is 80.
I'm going to say 40.
How old's my mom?
40 years from now. Not 30. 40 years from now.
Oh, 93?
We're going to live forever. We're going to outlive our husbands for sure.
And my mom will outlive all of
my
us.
second husband's actually graduating college right now.
Oh, my God. Cougar. She's a cougar. What are we excited about tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow?
Ooh,
well, there's two things actually happening tomorrow.
It's going to be an adventure.
There's two things. What are we doing in the morning? We're going to put it across your screen. That's what we're doing tomorrow morning.
The puppy time. Doggy time. Positive talk time.
Have you all seen how creative they are with the dog Karen?
Oh my gosh, Karen's killing me. I'm trying to get my billet kid to get Karen because he
loves corgis.
He loves corgis.
But okay, Karen has. I'll tell you, when they first brought Karen in,
favorite dog.
Karen was a brat.
Espen. Oh yeah. Oh, she's sassy.
She is absolutely sassy. And I said, can we feature Karen? And she said,
she's probably not ready yet.
No, she said, and I quote, not unless Karen gets better real quick, she would bite all of us. Now, understand that was back on July 30th. And here's the beauty of what they do at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa. Kennedy is a rock star. Speaking of rock stars like Mark Schulman and Pink.
That was a great interview, too.
She was so good.
Yeah,
Kennedy is an amazing trainer and can completely turn your dog around. So if you think you can't teach old dog new tricks, it's not true. You can teach them new tricks and you can teach them so you can train them. So we've been practicing stuff with Adelaide and my clients have come over and went, she's not jumping on us as much anymore. And I said, she's getting better.
She is getting better.
Yeah. I mean,
Tessa had to go into timeout.
Tessa was a bad girl. She stole cheese from Opus.
I know. I had cheese. I had some cheese.
She's going backwards.
All of them. And I think when she sees Aunt Shell, she's just like,
way, free for all. No, we are going to be featuring Sean. His owner passed away. And he is still grieving pretty bad. Isn't this sad?
Oh my goodness. What is he?
He's a small guy. Well, it looks like he might have a little pool in. This is who we're going to feature tomorrow. Sean. Sean needs you to turn his life around. So we're going to feature Sean tomorrow. Look he's very sad. He's grieving. Know that they get depressed. What I wanted to do is talk about the brain of a canine.
Face.
That's Sean. Anybody that's looking to adopt a dog.
Yeah.
I want to talk about
when they were doing an MRI, and then they would present them with like a T-shirt or something of their owners, and they would read the brain.
Yeah. So we're gonna
was so interesting. I saw it on Instagram. I think I sent it to you.
Well, I actually have a magazine I picked up about 4 months ago, and it talked about the canine brain. So if you don't
they would just spark, like they would just light up when they smelled their owners. They smell a stranger and they're like, whatever.
That's another. I want to go into all of that tomorrow. We won't ruin that. We're going to do that with Jessica tomorrow. But it's also the fact that I hear so many people say, "Oh, gosh, that dog's so intelligent. My dog, all it knows how to do is sit. And this dog can do this." And then I sit there and go, but can you, just like any child that you would hope that you believe in, again, everybody needs somebody to believe in them. Can you take them to a whole nother level? I always think of the movie The Help. You was beautiful. You was kind, right?
Yes.
So her mother didn't believe in her.
No.
But the maid did. The nanny
She
did,
did.
right? The help
She did.
did. And so she kept drilling that into her head. Never forget this. You are. It's the same thing I think of a dog. Like if you think oh my gosh, my dog's dumb, right? If somebody says it, I'm like, really? Well, do you work with them? Well, I think so too, right? It's bullying.
I don't have pets, but I mean, I at least
You
know
would
that
know that.
much, of
Yeah.
course.
And so
Of course.
play with them, train them,
Mhm.
believe in them. I think it's the same thing. So
Yeah.
Ashlyn says you two are double the trouble. I love it. Jenny Egan, how are you, my friend? I love you. Yes, you're making me
I missed you.
So Jenny says you're making me want a cheese board and some wine. LOL. If you were here, you'd be with us. Jenny is joining our team, by the way. So
She
let's
was
all
supposed to
welcome
be-
Jenny Egan.
She was supposed to be in studio yesterday. I drove all the way
Just to see
Brentwood
you.
just
No,
to see you,
didn't.
and you
she
didn't
was
show
helping
up.
us. Jenny was in a car accident.
I know. I heard.
She's okay.
I heard.
Her car was not.
My husband is actually playing golf with your brother right now.
Oh. With
Hopefully kicking his ass.
Jenny's brother?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Chad.
know you knew her brother too.
He's a member at Sunset.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So
Jenny?
Mike's probably kicking his ass right
By the
now.
way, when
He's
you join
hopefully
the-
kicking
Jenny, when you join the team, these are the kind of things you get a chance to do. You get to have some fun. We have incredible stories of hope and faith and positivity and light, and then we have fun together. That's that runs the gamut.
Yes.
This guy is the guy that bit me.
I know. I was watching him. He's hanging out. He's hanging out on the light. Hold on, I might have a picture of him.
Yeah. These are red.
The red
daubers.
wasps. Yeah, they're kind of evil.
No, they're not kind of. They are very evil.
I got a picture of him.
She'll post that for you.
Mhm.
Welcome to the team, Jenny. Ashlyn says,
Yes.
I'm excited to meet you.
Yay.
Jenny
You'll love
says,
her. I've known Jenny a long time.
that doesn't surprise me. Chad is not winning, I'm sure.
Chad's a good player from what I heard.
What else do you want to talk about?
He's a golf
We'll
stud.
just hang on. So,
How are your parents, Jenny?
yeah, tell us that. But
Your parents are the best.
to everybody else that's listening, let me show you this.
They're great.
Watching. This,
Mm.
what do you call this, Michelle?
It's a wine key.
Captain's key.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. This is a wine opener, and this is actually from Pink. So when you go to the website that Ashlyn dropped for you, the Two Wolves website, I bought one of these for Michelle. It was a gift to her.
Mhm.
So now you have one and I have one.
I
The
do.
sun's coming out. Remember this morning when I told you there was no sun,
Ah.
but there will always be light when you come out of the darkness,
Mhm.
right? It's a metaphor, but it's life. There's sun shining on us now. So you probably can't see it. If I get close enough, maybe, there you go. It says
little bit.
Two Wolves.
Mhm.
So this is actually the captain's key or the wine key that you can get on her website. I'm giving her so many plugs. Pink, you better come on my show. You can get one of these. You can get this black hoodie that I bought of hers. I have a sweatshirt of hers that has all the different moons and the two wolves on it. She's got those trucker caps.
Skull caps, too.
Skull caps.
Like winter hats.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Pink like I am and you just want everything, you want to immerse yourself in pink, you can get her merchandise from the Two Wolves. There she is. Two Wolver. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Two Wolverines.
That's right.
I know, it looks
Isn't
like
that crazy?
Wolverine.
Yeah, it does. Let there be light. And then there was light.
Wolverine and Deadpool. Hey, hashtag that.
Watch
'cause
this.
that's,
Jenny, watch this. You say, let there be wine, and there was wine.
I saw Jenny made a comment about her parents. Sounds like they're doing great.
Let there be
so
light. I
that's
need
awesome.
some of that light over here. Yes, you do. She said something about her parents?
She did.
I
She
missed.
said her mom lost 40 pounds.
What? They are fantastic. I'm thriving. Oh, thriving and loving life. My mom has lost over 40 pounds and looks amazing. Go, mommy. Let's have your mom on the show. You know what? She's a huge fan of my mom. So why don't we put our moms together?
She's awesome. Yeah, she is awesome.
I haven't tried the Australian
parents are
cheese.
awesome.
You love the cheese.
We did a lot together with the Gateway Greenheads.
Can you all do
charity
me a favor and
organization. That was awesome.
cheers? Raise a glass to Jenny.
Cheers.
We've
Cheers,
known
Jenny.
her for a while. I met her through
Welcome
her.
to the team.
Mm-hmm. She's going to be doing.
She did a whole lot of makeup and
Mm.
hair and everything for the wedding, for Monica's wedding.
Yes, if I knew she was going to be on, I would show you all of that.
And she's also a great photographer.
Amazing photographer. And she gave, okay, by the way, Ashlyn.
Okay,
who's
Jenny, you
moderating-
just got a huge plug.
anything you want her to do, she's going to do for us. Ashlyn and Kelsey, my interns from SIUE, they took a bunch of pictures and immediately Jenny said, who took these pictures? Because they have a great eye and they captured the essence of you. And I was like, oh my gosh, those are my interns. And she said, well, they did a great job.
They did.
Jenny said, great idea. She would be a hoot on the show. Thanks, friends.
Oh, for the moms.
Marilyn, what are you girls doing on? Both so pretty and pink. On
Oh.
lunch? No, we're not on lunch. We're working. Dropping off your gift at Cottleville Yuppie Puppy. Oh, well, I will be there tomorrow morning
the
and I'll
book.
pick it up. Yes.
The new book.
A new book.
Nice.
So she has given me Syrah
Thanks,
Young
Marilyn.
books. Marilyn's so awesome. We met her
She is
through
awesome.
Kathy Kilo Peterson. Dun, 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 right? We don't have our little button right now. It's upstairs. State Farm Agent
It probably needs
Extraordinaire.
batteries. It's been a while.
If you need, and by the way, all those, let's just give thoughts and prayers to all those in Florida and South Carolina and all the Hurricane Debbie, right? So there's a lot of people that would be calling their agents right now. We've dealt with our own problems here that I'm sure is still very busy with all the floods that we had. We love Kathy Kilo Peterson, and Marilyn said she's working on getting her back on. I do want to say this.
Good.
People asked this morning about Syrah with Invita, and Syrah wrote, and we like to give you breaking news, by the way. Syrah said, and I quote, I hope to come back. I just need to figure out what we're going to be doing about this expansion, because it looks like they're thinking of a South County location, maybe a West County location, and finishing this postmaster's certificate. Didn't know about that.
Wow. I'll have to ask her about it. I'm supposed to see her tomorrow. So.
When you go in to see her, ask her about it, and just tell her how much you love her on the show. No, I brought Kathy to your retreat. I know. I know that. So that's how we did the whole introduction. So Marilyn introduced us to Kathy, and then Kathy fell in love with us and wanted to be a part of it. Kathy had to take a break, but Kathy says she wanted to pause. Okay, so I'm hoping she comes back in the fall. On lunch, LOL. Marilyn, this is their whole life. Lunch break for 24/7. They have built a life they love for sure. Yes, we've built a life we love. That's true, though.
That's it. No, this is not our. This is not our life.
But we have
my liver would be like,
no. But what she's saying is true. We have built a life we love. Correct. I walked away from TV to build positivity, and we get to have fun together. We get to. I believe we are blessed to tell the stories of people who have overcome grief.
Yes.
I love the fact that we get to have fun with Mobile Monica shows. We laugh together. We cry together. You know, sometimes people have emotions come out of them and they did not see it coming. And they're always like, do you have Kleenex? Yes, thank you. Here's some Kleenex, by the way. We've got it on site. We'll always have that. This is actually a good trivia question. Has it been more men or more women that have cried on set?
I know the answer.
And it is?
More men.
Isn't that mind-blowing? And by the way, I've been looking at our analytics, and we have more men watching the show now. It was neck and neck.
They're just not as chatty.
Yeah, it was 51 to 49%. It's now like 57 or 58% men. And I think that is such, I got chill. That is such an unbelievable blessing, because I know that they're seeking out help for their struggles. But as you just said, not necessarily talking about it.
Yeah.
Yet we had Russell Butler talk about it yesterday. We had Nicholas Murray from Mind Muscle Pro, who's going to be on the show again at the end of the month, letting themselves go and more. I mean, I'm just picking those two. But Todd Thomas, who, again, didn't expect to lose it, but he did, because there was so much emotion of losing his wife.
Yeah.
So many incredible things. Yes. From, oh my gosh.
The smoking...
the Stoned Apes.
I mean, I'm thinking Smoking Monkeys. I'm like,
if you haven't watched or listened to, I should say, we got to get them back on the Stoned Apes podcast. The captain went through some demons.
The Reverend. Was it the Reverend? The captain? Well, they both had their struggles, but
they
the Reverend,
cried. Well,
the Reverend was. He was the one that really got emotional. I'm still talking to the captain. We're gonna.
When I was on their podcast, it was a lot of tears, a lot of letting go. And that's truly what we talk about here. Too funny. Sorry, I'm on lunch. So perfect timing. Yes. That's what we're doing. Well, again, I mentioned this morning we were going to do a special lunchtime wet your whistle.
Bonus.
Next Wednesday, we'll be back with Chuck. I love, by the way, people have asked, where's this person? Where's that person? Well, remember, you got to support those that support us. And I'm going to give a special thanks right now.
If you don't support, then they go away.
Yep. And then they may come back. They may pause, and then they come back. So
not that we've done anything wrong, not that they haven't had a great experience, but it's just, they spend money and they want to see the return on their money.
Yes. Which right now we need
you guys to do that.
Here's the deal, though. Dr. Syrah Jensen has had her mind blown. The fact that people came to her before she even came on her first actual full interview. Regional Dermatology. Look them up. If you are needing to get into a dermatologist, she can get you in now. And people are like, well, is that a good thing? And I said, yes, because she just opened her practice in Chesterfield. That's why she can. Her one in Festus has been there for 14 years. So Jim and I are going. My mom, I just sent her a message this morning. My mom's wanting to know if she takes Essence, because she has Essence as her carrier. Yeah, if you're trying to get into your dermatologist or you're trying to get to any dermatologist that you're not connected to, go to her, support her. So she's on with us regularly. Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa will be there tomorrow. Defiance Ridge will be back next Wednesday. Just Pools, we love Madonna so much. And thank you, Madonna, for telling your story with us. That's in Arnold. And then My Pillow. Thank you to Mike Lindell. What did you buy from them?
I bought 2 pillows, 2 of the 2.0 pillows. I started with the
I told you didn't
the
listen to me.
medium.
No, you didn't. You started with I thought you started with the biggest, and it was too much, right?
Maybe I did start.
You did, because that's what my husband got.
Yeah, I think I started with the not the biggest, but the second down.
Oh, well, my husband got the thickest one,
and it was too much.
And yeah, because your head's like way up there, and he goes, "Okay, never mind."
So I got the next one down.
Yes.
I loved it. My husband was like, he's like, I almost need something in between. The other one was too much. This one's too little. So I gave it to my son, Max. He loves it. Absolutely loves it.
The second one?
No,
second down.
The second down.
That's what I sleep on every night.
So he loves that one. He had another one that was his favorite, and he's like, push that to the side.
So which one do you have?
So I have the second down.
That's what I have. And are you sleeping better?
Which is medium loft?
Less loft.
It's most loft.
I don't remember what it's called, but don't get the more or don't get the most or whatever.
Don't get the highest.
Well, you know what? But we can't say that.
It depends on you.
That's right.
But you know what? The return process was mega easy.
Oh, that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yes. So I had to return mine because it didn't work. Both of them did not work for either of us. I just put them in a garbage bag, like a trash bag, brought them into UPS. I did the whole return process online, brought them into UPS, and they packaged them for me. I didn't even have to put them in a box. They put them in there, and then Mike sent me out two new pillows.
By the way, Mike,
no cost,
just like Pink,
no cost to me.
I'm trying to get Mike
at
on.
all.
Because there's a lot of people who are very against him. They say he's a conspiracy theorist. He owes people money. I did see that he just agreed to start paying his rent again, because I think there's been a lot of, but look, how is it any different than anybody in life? You go through struggles in life. Look, I am a Christian, and I'm very faith-based. And to me, we just need to show kindness. And so all the people who originally I had some hate of, I thought you were an intelligent woman. How could you put him on? I'm like, well, he believes in what I'm doing, and I believe that he could turn his life around.
And you're not one who's just going to jump on anybody who's going to throw money at you or
I've said no.
A sponsor.
I've said no to people that
you
didn't.
want to make sure that they align with your mission.
Well, and if I had met him 10 years ago, I would have said no. But the fact that I've watched his Christian walk turn his life around.
He's turned his life around.
After addictions and things that he did. I mean, how is it any different than the dancing UPS man?
That's
right?
True.
If I turned away from him, look at what he's bringing joy to the world. Right. Yes, he was involved in drugs. Yes, he was involved in alcohol. He tried to almost take his own life. Do we turn away from that? I think God asks us to be Christian-minded and give anybody a chance at any point that they want to change.
True.
And Mike, by the way, let's listen, because this is the latest thing that they're doing. I don't know if you've
topper.
seen this one. The mattress topper. Look at this. Hang on.
I'm excited to announce my all-new mattress topper. In the times we're in, I wanted to bring you the best affordable mattress topper ever. So I took my 2 best technologies and combined them to make the ultimate mattress topper. And now you can get it for as low as $69.98. Queen size, only $99.98. It all starts with my famous MyPillow foam that provides you that overall full body support. Second is the individual comfort supports that give you an amazing custom sleep experience. It's like it's made specifically for you. The queen size alone has over 14,000 comfort supports. This is the perfect mattress topper to improve any bed. New bed, old bed, your guest beds. Get them for every bedroom in your house. Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the all-new My Mattress Topper for as low as $69.98. Queen size, only $99.98. Don't delay. Order today.
And you saw the little arrow when you order. Use your Monica Adams code.
Yeah.
You get. My friend Angie said, you spent a lot when you saved $200.
How big was that box when it arrived?
Did you see how big ours were?
I saw yours.
So, because
how did that truck? How did the forklift come into your driveway? beep, beep,
Yep.
beep, beep.
I was like a kid in a candy store. I mean, I got pillows. I got sheets. You want to talk about the towels
You got the
bought?
slides. You got the
Which I
and
had,
the coffee.
I had in. Oh yeah. By the way, Jim
and the
said-
dog beds.
do you see
Oh
that?
my gosh,
Adelaide's never laid in a
they're
bed.
very nice dog beds.
She always lays on the Chase Lounge with me. She's regularly laying on.
If I
her
lose
beds.
20 more pounds, I could fit in those dog beds. They're like so snuggly.
Look, I'm telling you.
I got the towels.
Well, hold on one second. For all
I
of you
did.
that have animals, I've spent $100, $75 on dog beds that they just tear up. They get old, and we have tossed a lot of money away. I've never, and I know you think that I'm saying this because he's a sponsor. I am not. My dogs have never slept the way they are, and those beds are very inexpensive. But I would recommend that you get the bed and the dog throw because they all love to like cuddle up like we do. We want them to be in a blanket.
Adelaide, they burrow.
Yes.
That type of dog.
Mhm. Yeah.
They burrow and they get under the covers and snuggle in and everything. So that's perfect for
She
her.
pulled it up on her.
Mhm.
You got the big towel.
The bath sheets.
Yes. So you're
Love
wrapping,
the bath
wrapping,
sheets.
wrapping.
I didn't get the whole set. I was like, oh, I'll get a couple bath sheets and see how it goes.
You love it?
I love them. Because some places they advertise that they're a bath sheet and they're really not. I like the big ones. The
That's
big
I
ones
remember
that really
Oprah
wrap
used
around.
to talk. Oprah's like, give me the
Mhm.
bigger the better.
Yeah, and these are like really, really big. They absorb really well. They've kept their softness. I've washed them many, many times now.
Yep.
And I got the white. They've stayed white. They don't.
I have
they don't.
I don't know if it's lavender.
Some of them have like, you wash them a few times, they get dingy. No, these are really nice.
And don't
Love 'em.
forget, well, actually, you said it just changed though. It says on the packaging to dry your pillow for 15 minutes before you ever use it. But now you said the packaging changed and says not to.
Yeah, it says to not put them in the dryer.
You guys make up your mind over there. All right.
Yeah,
Anyway, you
that's
guys
it.
got
That-
that.
yeah, that
Mike
was weird.
Lindell, you got a big plug from us. Let
That
me
was
come
weird.
back here to some comments. If you're just tuning in, we are doing a special Wet Your Whistle edition of a lunchtime show
Oh, sorry.
with my
My mom just
with
got
my,
on the plane in Philadelphia.
with
so.
my shell.
on her way here.
Her mama, they call her
Hampshire Mooma.
Hampshire Mooma, because she's from New Hampshire. She's on her way in. Spend some time with the family. How long is she in?
A week. So she'll be here tomorrow for
I was gonna say, if you
the
would like to meet
Adventure
her.
Unknown. She'll be there. She's excited to see Reed. She loves Reed.
See, she wants. Oh, excuse me. She doesn't love me.
She's looking forward to seeing Reed. No, of course she loves
Do
you.
not come to my broadcast tomorrow.
She hasn't seen Reed in a long time. I think the last time they were together, they were drinking Miami Vices in Cabo. So what's not to like about that?
Well, if you're
That's good memories.
if you're a fan, by the way, of former St. Louis Blue enforcer Reed Lowe,
Who isn't? He is such a
well,
sweetheart.
you all loved our show together. I do know
Ah,
that much. It
he
was,
is so great.
it was-
Biggest heart.
I believe, it was one of the all-time most watched shows, wasn't it?
Ooh, that's a good
I
trivia
think so.
question.
Well,
I'd have to go read. I'd have to compile a bunch of numbers from various sources.
Ruby
though.
Lee
Ruby
and
Lee.
and Reed Lowe were some of my
Mhm.
biggest shows that I've had so far.
Mhm.
So if you haven't heard, we are going to do a show tomorrow from Adventure Unknown, which is in Fenton.
It's in Fenton.
And you're going to go through this area that looks like
It's very industrial.
like a warehouse industrial district, and you're going to come across this Adventure Unknown. And we love the speakeasy. In fact, you're going to see some promos running. Ashlyn, I know, was working on something. I've got something that I put together yesterday when I was doing some sound checks there. We are so excited. There are so many people that are going to join besides Scott and Johanna Schusler,
Mhm.
who are the owners of Adventure Unknown.
They were on Monday.
Yes, and I hope you heard the story, because what I always like
Go
is,
back and watch that show.
by the way, let me say this,
Get the
because
backstory.
we've never talked about this. Let's just be real. When you book a Mobile Monica with me, and I would love for you to do so, because I was booked from January through June. We do have regular shows that we do on Thursdays, like Yuppie Puppy's Positive Talk Time.
You were busy.
I wasn't I?
Oh,
It was crazy.
whew.
All
Yeah.
over the place. Well, just like
It
this,
was,
though.
it was busy for first 6
Think
months.
about this. I did a morning show.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this. I know you all think this is just for fun, but there is a lot going on. I mean, as Michelle is talking, I just put that together. That wasn't ready to go. I'm pulling things. There's a lot going through your brain, and then all of a sudden your brain just gets exhausted. Tomorrow morning, we will be at Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, and then I'll come and do another show for you in the evening. I hope a lot of you are there live. Why? Because we are going to reward you for coming. There's a lot of incredible giveaways, including a trip to the Ozarks.
Yes.
A getaway to the Ozarks.
Yeah, that's great.
And all you have to
That's
do is
awesome.
answer a trivia question, which she's come up with, what, 20 of them?
I have many questions. Some are Monica Adams show related, and some are Adventure Unknown related. So I was putting those together yesterday. And I may have a couple more that I'll throw in there.
Well, because Scott and Johanna told me that they've got maybe, I mean, I don't know whether he was exaggerating, but I was like, let's go ahead and come up with 20 questions because he has a lot of giveaways. As soon as he reached out.
Reed's putting together.
I know. He's
some wine.
So he owns a beverage company and he's going to put together a package of Opalo wine.
He has some great wine.
And then Two Men in a Garden.
Yeah,
great salsa
guys.
Again,
and pickles. They do pickles too.
Yeah, they have that. They're going to put that all together for you. But what happened, and this is the community that's waiting there for you, Scott and Johanna put an email out to all the people that are members of theirs. Mm-hmm. And they all said, yes, I will. So there's a bunch of giveaways tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So be there. I would really love to see you. 4:30 to 6. Okay. So Marilyn wrote earlier, and this is what made me think of it. She said, please share that fact with John Zarbach. He needs to be a sponsor. You girls are adorable.
He'll be at Adventure Unknown.
John, by the way, will be there tomorrow at 6:30, he told me.
He's been posting a bunch telling people that he's going to be there to join us.
BioFit.
Mm-hmm.
If you did not see the show that we did with him, it was phenomenal. And we love what he did. My husband went and was blown away by, you did it. I did it.
I did.
It's tough if you've never seen it.
It's tough, but it's quick.
Yes. So John is, if he hasn't already, he was becoming a member. Do you know if he finalized it? He was becoming a member.
I think so.
Of
Because he's been posting a lot.
Let's see, who else?
He's been posting a lot regarding that and to join him and all that. So I
feel like we're doing a show like, okay, let's go. I love to give plugs to other shows, by the way. And that's what it's all about. Let me share a little something with you. When I was doing news in my radio days, I would show up just like all the other news stations to cover a story. And it was so much animosity and negativity and drama of, we're going to get this and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hide from you. And I'm not going to talk to anybody else. And I would instead go, hey, by the way, so-and-so just said this. You might want to know this because this would add to your story. Because that's called kindness, by the way. And it was, you probably need to know this. They would look at that.
Part of a team.
They would look at, but it's a competing station.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how they looked at it. And where we are now, all these years later, that's actually how it works. And I'm so happy to see that. But that was not the case 30 years ago when I first started, 25 years ago when I really got into it, 20 years ago when I got into it even more. It was always, no, we have to be first and we're going to hide this from you. And I'm like, why can't everybody just work together? Because ultimately, you're all going to flip around to different stations. And don't you just want to know that every story is accurate? It's the whole thing of, I want to be first. Do all of you care, by the way? I guess I've never asked this question, but do you care if somebody's first or that they're right and that they're accurate? Accuracy matters.
You were saying the morning show on Apple TV is very so accurate.
Crazy. Have you seen
very
that?
Very accurate to what really happens.
If you all know me, you know that I'm a Pink fan and I'm a Jennifer Aniston fan and I'm a Julia Roberts fan and I'm a Michael Bublé fan. Those are probably in my top 4. Have I forgotten anybody?
You love Reba too.
Oh my gosh, how did I not say Reba? 5. They were my 5.
Do I know her or what?
And Reba and Michael, by the way, will be on The Voice September 23rd. That's when it starts. And Snoop and Gwen. Can people stop being rude to Gwen, by the way? Yes, she probably had some work done, but she looks beautiful. Stop bullying. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going off my soapbox, but I have seen so much negativity on the post. Oh, you haven't seen this?
Oh, no,
the 4 of them, sang together, and they're going to. You'll see that, and they all said, yeah, never mind. We're not going to give you.
Go there.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
We love you, Gwen.
So let's go back. Reba, Michael Bublé, Julia Roberts,
Jennifer Aniston, back to the morning show.
And Jennifer Aniston is with Reese Witherspoon on the morning show. And that is the only reason why we got Apple. It's my husband. I thank you for that because I needed to see that. And everyone asked me, is this so far from the truth? And I said, no, it's so our lives.
Spot on. So if you've ever seen it,
it's a little over the top. But not much. Not much at all. Isn't that crazy? If you've seen it and you're like, oh my God, this really happens. Even more so on national. I mean, it really is kind of a far-fetched play off of Matt Lauer and the Today Show. That's really what that's kind of all about. But yeah, have you seen that? Okay, Jenny, I saw a comment from you earlier that I didn't understand. I forgot to get her number from you for Alyssa. What number do you need, Jenny? And we will get that for you. And I don't know what that was because we've talked about a lot of things.
You know,
Syrah? Maybe. It might be. It might be from Invita. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you never
look it up.
You know what you
GTS.
never know when life could rotate for you. It's important to love always, just like God. Love is regardless of any flaws or mistakes that we make. Jenny's so faith-based. That's why she's so perfect for our team. So glad you were addressing that. Christian and one with Jesus. Yes, because we need to stop the bullying and just being ignorant to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always telling you all that the kinder you are, that you affect the world. That's what sets you apart and why you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Thank you, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
What a great foursome. We need Bublé here. So, by the way, do you know that Bublé did this? Can I have your hand, please?
Which hand? This hand or
It
this
doesn't
hand?
matter.
Okay.
Because he held my hand and sang to me.
Oh,
Did you ever
that's
see
right.
that picture?
I did know that. Yes.
I haven't interviewed the man.
I did reach out and I said, hey, she is talking about your product, the bubbly water, all the time on the show, product placement, all this stuff. And they're like, yeah, we get so many requests for this, so we're going to pass. And I'm like,
and I stopped drinking bubbly water. What is it? What's it even called?
bubbly.
Bubbly. See?
So,
In and out of my brain.
yeah. So now we're trying to get, I'm working on Spindrift. So Spindrift, if you're watching, or somebody with Spindrift.
Michael, I do love
We're
you.
trying.
I still love you. I've seen him, by the way, 7 or 8 times.
I went once. I
Yeah.
went once to one of
Did
those.
you not enjoy it? We had a good time.
I enjoyed it. I'm not a big concert person. Unless I really, really, really know their music.
Don't
I'm
get
not a
her
big
wrong.
concert
She had a phenomenal time that night.
I do.
We
Well, I
had
was with you.
Okay,
She's a good time.
He is a great entertainer though, right?
I could go to the dump with her and I'd have a good time.
Hey, you know what? Okay, let's now be real. We're well over an hour now, which makes me laugh. What's your favorite memory with me?
Oh my. I can't say.
Oh. 13, 14? How many
It was
years
in
have you known
Cabo.
me? How many years ago?
14 years?
It has been 14
It was in
years.
Cabo.
But I've known her 15 years because I swear I met you in 2009. Michael is my favorite also. Best concert. Let's get him on the show. Jenny, because you're part of my team now, make it happen. Make it happen. By the way, he was on with us at Fox, and John Pertzborn and Randy Naughton interviewed him via a link. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. I'm the biggest fan of his. Spindrift Sparkling Water. Yes, let's partner up. Ashlyn, you're so quick. I love it. Ashlyn,
Yeah.
aren't you proud of our
I
interns?
am.
You want to gush over them for a second?
Well, I think more so Ashlyn. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love Kelsey.
I
Just
love
met
them.
Tia.
I love them all. Tia, yeah.
But Ashlyn's come a long way.
I know. I'm proud of
She's
her.
come a long way.
So I wrote. Oh wait.
Ashlyn is she's a little quiet.
She was. She's come out of her shell.
She's coming out of her shell.
Yeah, but here's the
and,
problem.
yeah,
It's
she's come a
August
long way.
7th, and their internship is wrapping up on August
I
30th.
know.
I wrote the two of them late last night. I was talking to them, and she's like, ironic, if you allow me to be real, because it is the real Monica Adams show, Ashlyn. If I can, actually, let me just ask you, I guess I was kind of schooled on this. Can I read what you wrote to me? I won't put it out there if you don't want me to. Jenny says I'm on it. She's reaching out to Bublé's team. Can you please also reach out to Pink and ask her if I can meet her?
I already
Before,
got shut down
after,
by Bublé.
anytime. Tell her I'm free. I'll wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Whenever she comes in with her tour bus or her plane or her jet or whatever, I don't care where it is. I will come see her. Can you please make me and Pink meet? Somebody. Make it happen. Oh, Ashlyn says that I can't. Okay, I guess I have to start asking for permission for some things.
You should.
Ash, I should?
You should ask permission, of course.
I asked you this the other day, though, and you said that. Okay, never mind. She doesn't know where I'm
What?
going with this. Ashlyn, sometimes, see, I just am very real, and I just want to share things with people, and I just think it's okay sometimes, and then
Well,
I
I guess okay. So, okay, let me backtrack. I forgot that was on LinkedIn, right?
No, Ashlyn
Oh.
just wrote me last night. Ashlyn said, and I quote.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the LinkedIn thing.
No, that was beautiful, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Never mind.
No pressure. Ashlyn, by the way, if you follow all of us on LinkedIn, Ashlyn is one of my interns, like Kelsey Oglesby is, from SIUE. Ashlyn wrote the most beautiful tribute to what she has felt her internship has
experience,
been
yeah.
like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She wrote last night. It's funny that you mentioned this because I said something about their internship. Okay, let me just say what I wrote. I was so proud of my team today. I hate that your internship is coming to an end this month. We have a great thing going, and I hope we can figure out a way to keep you and Kelsey involved in the show somehow.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote at 10:30 last night. It's funny that you mentioned this because I thought the same thing. I've been a little bummed about leaving. I feel so at home
Aw.
working with you. I was hoping to find some way I could continue to help the team after this month.
Mhm.
Kelsey and I now have a great workflow together. I think that as a whole team, we really work well together.
Definitely.
It's so true. And Tia,
Definitely.
who just joined us, you welcomed her. And that's the kindness that I asked for
Mhm.
everybody to show. Because you remember, there's many months ago that I mentioned when kids start school, that some of them are very outgoing, some of them are very reserved. You've got extroverts and introverts. You've got people that you categorize as dorky and popular and athletes and models and dorks and whatever. Why do you give them labels, by the way? First of all, they're human beings and they have something to provide to the world. Boom. That's a link. That's a reel. That needs to be turned into something right now, by the way, Ashlyn and Kelsey and whoever
Hint,
else. Yes. I didn't know that was coming out of my mouth, but that's so very true. And that needs to circulate on social media for us all to understand that. When you think you have power over a young child at the same age, right? You're both the same age, but you think that you're better than them. Do you understand how you stunt their growth? And I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about mental, spiritual growth.
Yeah.
That you could completely alter their life. And it's happened. I've watched it. Or what I have in my life is the trauma that I am trying to break them from years and years. And I do mean sometimes decades and decades of trauma that stunted their physical, spiritual growth, physical, mental, spiritual growth. They put on weight, physical side, mental, spiritual. They've been abused. They've been bullied, all the trauma. And it's called timeline therapy that we go through together. All those things I have to understand you're raising these little kids. I'm asking you to raise kind human beings. They should not bully. If you have a child who's the bully, I'm not going to shame you, but you have got to be more aware. I am not a parent. I wish to God I would have been. But I'm asking all of you to go back and have dinners because that's when you find out the most. Ask them what's going on in their lives. Don't let them go, Make them speak. That's when you find out what's going on. You'll find out if they're the bully or they're being bullied. And we've got to stop the bullying from happening because it's one of my biggest fights in life. I hate bullying. I despise bullying. There are so many levels and layers that happen from someone being bullied and from the trauma that happens. Why do you think I life coach? Because I am breaking all the bullying that's happened to them in the past. You're getting ready to have kids start school. You can change that, but you've got to open up the conversation and ask them what's going on. And don't just let them say, school is fine. And then let them go to their room and give them an iPhone and then give them a tablet. And that's not parenting, by the way. You were a parent. What do you think?
I was a parent.
No. I mean,
he's 16 now.
No,
he's on his own. He
from
can wipe his own butt.
From a very young age is what I'm saying. From a very young age, you've dealt with that of kids growing up and seeing different aspects of life. What can you say to the people that are watching right now that maybe would help them say, I haven't ever said this to my kid before. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I should ask that question.
I was blessed with a very empathetic child. He was always very welcoming to all kids. He actually in kindergarten, I actually got a email from his teacher that said, "I love your son already, and it's only day 2." And she said it was because he was playing with a toy, and he asked the teacher. He said, "That boy seems sad. Can I bring my toy over to him?" I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't know how I even taught him that, but some kids are just that way. And he's always been a very empathetic child. Now, granted, he's going through the teen years and he's like the shoulder shrugs and the eye rolls. Some of you who have teenagers, boys and girls, understand it. But I know in his core, he is still that empathetic, sweet kid. And I see it every once in a while.
He's a junior?
He's going to be a junior.
At Vianney.
But he has always been very open to meeting new kids, even though he is quiet, but he still has a little bit of me, that little bit of extrovert in him, where he will approach a new kid. He will talk to a kid that's a little different.
Well, that's kindness.
Or
we always talk about.
Kind of nerdy, or even a different race. Like he doesn't see color. He doesn't care. Mm-hmm. I wish I could say that I taught him all of that, but I really think that that's one of the things he was just born with.
But that's what they learn when they're in school.
But yes, he had amazing experience. Elementary school. His elementary school was awesome. But I've had exposure to all types of people. I was bullied as a child. I have been exposed to different cultures, different races. I would like to think that I have kind of put a lot of that on him.
Let me ask
and
you this.
taught him a lot of
why
that.
were you bullied?
So
we've never done this
I
before.
have no idea.
You don't know why you were bullied?
I don't know why this girl hated me so much.
Oh, I was just going to say, so how were you bullied?
I have no idea. She was just so mean to me. She had it in for me. I don't even remember her name because it serves me no purpose. But
do you all do that, by the way?
She was awful to me all through middle school.
Oh, middle school. I was going to ask you.
And some of high school, and then she just disappeared. I don't know. I think she just
Jealousy,
moved away.
Insecurity.
I don't know what her deal was.
Do you understand why a bully
She
does
was
what they do?
mean.
I didn't expect this to be on a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, but you never know. Liquid courage comes out.
So here's something interesting. We had a class trip to Washington, D.C. So I grew up in New Hampshire, so Washington, D.C. wasn't that far. So it was just a bus trip away. And they ran out of hotel rooms. And so the group that I was supposed to be with my friends, had to get broken up because they had one less hotel room. And so on the bus, they announced who everyone in my room was going to be rooming with. And they roomed me with my bully.
Oh.
And everybody turned and looked at me because everybody knew that this chick had been like just on me for years, like just mean to me.
How did she treat you?
Oh, she was awful. Absolutely
I was hoping she
awful.
found some softness.
No. I actually ended up staying in one of my friend's bathtubs.
Oh.
I slept in the bathtub because I didn't want a room with
whoever you are.
face.
You know who you are. Maybe one day. Here's what I hope for life.
I have no idea why. I don't know why she didn't like me.
I hope in life that someone understands the magnitude of their actions and that they come back and say, I had no idea I had that impact. I didn't expect to have that power over you, and I'm sorry. Those two words, I'm sorry, are two of the greatest words in our English language. And two words that a lot of you seem to not understand, or you act like it's a foreign language to you. That's the arrogance. And when we talk about ego mind, so Eckhart Tolle has these books. And when he talks about ego, it's not the egotistical mindset that most of you think of when we hear the word ego. It's ego mind driven by self-centered mindsets. But I'm sorry can change the course of history, can change the course of the future, can change the course of the now. Man, this is a really powerful Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. This is what Carrie's been asking for.
Yeah.
She said, and this is interesting, I would actually ask all of you that follow my show, do you want more of this or do you want more interviews? Now, this is someone with me. I like, there's something I haven't told anybody, including her. I would like to start putting a cast of people on my show. Maybe not every day, because I know that you tune in asking for some motivation from me. And I love that because it's really where the whole idea of the show came from. That people used to come to my page on Facebook and I would write something and they felt like I was speaking to them. Literally, a life coaching client of mine the other day said, I swear when you interviewed Scott and Johanna, you were speaking to only me. And I thought, do you know how many times I've heard that? From complete strangers who have emailed me. She's read some emails that I get. I mean, I get hundreds of emails in a day, and I'm going through all of them, and I'm responding to all of you to say, I was speaking to you. Obviously, he asked me to speak to you, and then the next one, and you, and you, and you. We all are the same, aren't we? In some way, even though people try to bully and act like they're better than other people, we really are connected. This whole world, yes, we came from different walks of life, but in the end, we all have the same fiber of being of hope and kindness that exist in us. Demons, evil, good, bad. It's in all of us. It could be there if we give in to the one side. What did Pink say?
Well,
it's the two wolves.
It's the two wolves.
Which one do you feed?
Right.
I choose to not feed evil.
Well, I was getting bullied enough at home that I guess this was just kind of like, let's just pile it on. But
Ashlyn just said, I didn't think I would be sobbing today. You guys are brave and real. Oh my God. What happened? My battery's going to die.
I told you were a very empathetic person. I told you that.
My battery's going to die. And Michelle's got to go pick up her mom, by the way. So we could go on for hours.
Yeah,
by the way.
Max and I have to go work at the charity boutique that I run. So we have to bring in some clothes that were donated, and then we have to pick up my mom from the airport.
Jenny just said jealousy, Michelle. Class and grace shines.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I mean, she was kind of a heavier girl from what I remember. I think her home life wasn't all that great. Not that mine was by any means. I had a horrible upbringing, which actually Monica kind of touched on this morning. It was
Powerful show this morning if you didn't see it.
Very, very much apropos of what my mother was dealing with. And
Mhm.
because I was a child at the time, I was dealing with all of
She
that
watched her go through it.
controlling and narcissistic.
But they got away from it.
We had to run away in the middle of the night
Aren't you glad they did?
to get away from that. But it was something that I think with my bully and something with my ex-stepfather was, do I blame myself? Do I curl up in a corner and say, oh, poor me. Oh, this is, I was just
Did
like,
it empower you?
It empowered me.
I'm sorry.
to
Did it give you fuel?
make me realize I was a child in that situation. I had no control over that situation. I'm not going to let it break me. But it has certainly changed me. It certainly changed my relationships with men.
Mhm.
I waited a long time before finally marrying because I wanted to find the right man. I had plenty of opportunities, but I did not want to get myself into a situation that my mom had gotten into. And just to know within my heart and within myself that I'm not going to let this control me. I'm not going to let it ruin me.
I'm not going to have power over me.
Exactly. Like it serves me a purpose in terms of, I know what's good for me. I know what's right for me. I know I did nothing wrong.
Look, you have to all understand
But I was
something.
able to move on and do what I wanted to do.
I've never life coached her. I would love to. Still to this day. There's a lot.
But a lot of this morning was very much.
And do you know what I'm
I
I've never said this. Ashley, I might make her cry. You know what I'm most proud of? I've watched her in almost 14 and a half years completely change. You think of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. She's obviously a very beautiful woman. I don't care about aesthetics. Physically, great. Work on yourself. This is what the world may see, but you're wrong. They actually see the beauty on the inside. I've watched her not trust women. She just said she needed to learn to trust guys. You didn't have a lot of girlfriends.
Well, true.
In fact,
Sure.
I don't know that I knew any until the last maybe 5+ years. She opened up herself to women. I don't know if women wronged her. Right? So, and men,
Mm-hmm.
pretty girl can get guys. Great. Are you getting the right guys? Don't know. But you go through a lot. I have literally said, and if you all watched, she doesn't know that she was on the list, but I did a list that I learned from going to church a handful of weeks ago, and it said,
yeah.
Did I tell you who was on my list?
Oh, I assumed I was.
Why would you?
Because.
Nope. Why would you be a cross and a
No,
plus?
no, not a cross and a plus.
You
But I knew I was in there
But
somewhere.
you were,
I knew I was in. I am a cross and a plus.
because of this show. Do you agree the show has changed you?
It has.
Ashlyn,
but
got her.
But not okay. Because that includes the faith
That's
and the religious
Not-
side.
not
Well, not so
religious.
much religious,
okay.
but
Thank you.
I am not as faith-based as she is.
You're more than you have ever been, though.
More than I have been, but
Listen to that.
I have a different outlook on faith. And again, that has a lot to do with my upbringing.
Sure. She also says that she wants to ride my coattails to heaven.
That's why I'm doing this.
Oh my
Really.
God.
That's why I'm doing this, because I know she's getting into heaven. And when those pearly gates open up, I'll be like, yeah, I'm with her.
Don't close the gates yet.
I'm her executive assistant, and everything that her husband don't want to do, I do. So let me just scooch on in, because she and I are going in together.
I will say
Like, our
this.
husbands will be long gone, and she and I will be sitting in our rocking chairs, drinking our wine, and holding our hands, and we'll just be like.
Ashlyn just said cheers and tears today. Well, cheer, you know what? I wish you were here. Ashlyn, I'll see you tomorrow at Yuppie Puppy, by the way. Cheers to you. You know what I love? Ashlyn has been able to get a chance to spend a lot of personal time with me, which a lot of people that I try to teach in life don't get a chance to. Kelsey hasn't had a chance to do that yet. Jenny just said same VIP section in heaven with her. VIP section. You guys are crazy.
I don't know if all three of us, we might get kicked out.
No. This is what God's waiting for. Don't take us yet. We don't want to go yet. Please, I know it's probably better up there than here, but we're enjoying our time here. When you're ready for us, we'll gladly come, and then we'll send some messages back down home.
We might be in the waiting line outside the club.
We've got the bands.
Get the wristbands.
We're ready for sure.
We're with Monica. Get the know your value.
Know your value.
On.
You've got the blue ones that say know your value. Ashlyn, what would you like to see on the show? Yes, drop your preferences in the comments. We would love it. Interviews, whatever you would like to see on the show.
Do we seriously have 43 people still watching?
That's all over all of our platforms. And I do want to go over real quick to Instagram.
Hi, 43 people.
Hang on. We've got a bunch of things coming into Instagram, more than we've ever had.
Join.
Hang on. Somebody asked earlier, or they said, okay, Jordan, hey, Monica, it was nice meeting you at the Defiance Ridge Vineyard. See, and unfortunately, they're already off. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go back to that. Nice to meet you as well. And there was a question on here. I'm over on Instagram. If any of you are on Instagram right now, feel free to ask questions. Hi, Monica. I used to work at Fox in finance when it was on Berthold. That was over off of 40 in Hampton, by the way. I worked in the trailer in the back. I met you once before. Wow. That's all I ever want to hear. And you were so sweet. Now I work with your cousin Eugene in U City. Are you kidding? Eugene wrote me today. Eugene Holdenreed was just featured on Channel 2 this morning at 9 a.m. for his Styx tribute band that I still have never seen, that we need to go see. So we were going to have to...
they're not the real Styx, right?
That's a whole other show.
Just a tribute band?
We're going to have to do that.
Okay.
Michelle will tell you that. Oh, wait. Bullies try to put the attention on others so that others don't see their flaws.
I think that was her deal. My high school bully.
She's still on. So you're on right now.
Yeah.
So Kay Renee, I can't see your picture.
Kay Renee.
So yes, my cousin Eugene plays in this tribute band that he is trying to get.
I love Styx.
Okay, fine. Then we got to go see him.
I love Styx.
He wrote me when we were in Cabo, and he was trying to get on to a show, and then he finally figured it out. So if you also have to look, now we've got 45.
I love Styx. So
my
I'm
battery
in.
is going to die, and she's going to go somewhere. Otherwise, I would stay on. Jealousy.
I have to do my charity work.
Okay, Jenny said it's the worst part of parenting to deal with and help your kiddos through that. The most important work you will ever do is within the walls of your home. It all starts there.
Yep.
No, we get this.
I try.
Oh, you get this. Okay.
I try all the time with him.
Styx is amazing, Jenny says. Jenny, I love that you're still on. Okay, we're going to, we got to wrap up because she's got to go.
I know.
I've got clients. This is going to be funny. I have clients to train at 4:45. Do you want to be really, really real and tell them about a class that I held one time after you and I were together?
Oh, yes. I don't know how you did that. I seriously don't know how you did that.
Oh, Darlene, Terry's mom is on from Florida. The Villages, totally enjoying the whining.
The whining.
She's at the Villages in Florida.
Nice.
Which I hear is beautiful, by the way.
Are they getting storms right now, though?
Yeah. How are you, by the way? Because my husband, I was
Some
hoping...
areas are getting hit.
Here, I'm going to put this up on the screen real quick. I would love to get more mobile Monicas. And one of our mobile Monicas we're looking for is our 400th show. I have a lot of ideas that people have been coming in. We need to have a meeting on this. Lunch date over. Yeah, we got our lunch day has got to wrap up.
I know.
So people have come up with ideas of where we should have. I don't know if you all realize, but we started the show last year, and we are coming up on 400 shows. I believe I'm going to be in Cabo.
Hardest working woman in St. Louis.
She wants me to change my email address.
Right here.
My email address is info, as you're seeing across the screen. Oh, wait. I have
info
at therealmonicaadams.com. And you want it to be?
Info at the hardest working woman in STL.com.
Okay, look, our battery's going
I know.
low.
Your Mac will sleep.
It will.
Unless it's plugged in.
Okay, so we got to wrap the show up. She's got to go. I got to go. We got 10% left. Okay, so as we wrap this up, this is what you need more of in life, by the way. You need to have fun with family and friends. You need to find your people. Ashlyn said, love this nice fun. Right. So the 400 show, we've had a lot of ideas. I reached out to my friend Tiffany Winkler, who owns Circle 6 Acres. I think that would be an incredible place for it.
Yeah, she's open now.
Tiffany's been so busy that I don't even think she's seen my email to her. Yeah.
There's tahine on my chocolate.
Oh. Don't put your tahini on my chocolate.
No, I like it. I like it.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
I like it.
So what do you think about Circle 6 and Defiance? That's one idea.
I'm dipping it in the tahini. Oh, look at there's a tahini chip on my
Adventure Unknown is another idea. Some people have come up with an idea. Look, we're getting more people. This is what I always struggle with. As more people come on, you're like, I gotta go. I've had
some people aren't working. Some people are like not actually doing their jobs. They're watching us.
Some people have an idea of them paying to. I don't want you to pay to come in. I want the sponsor who's going to get all this attention. They pay for it because they get a lot out of it.
Oh, they want to buy a ticket to the show.
Well, they were saying maybe we could do it and the sponsors together. And maybe you could have everybody that you've had on. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of work.
I saw that idea this morning, and that is a lot.
That's what I was. The
thinking. Logistics. Whew.
I would like to have a lot of people. Singing, dancing, sharing stories, sharing how we've changed our life.
That Christmas show that we did.
That was incredible.
But that was a lot. That was a lot of work.
It's okay. I'll do that.
It was a lot of work.
Darlene, yeah, you are retired. So are you tipping back a glass with us, Darlene? I hope so. So where do you think our 400th celebration should be? My husband said this the other day, and he goes, why do you celebrate every 100? I'm like, because Carrie told us to.
Yeah, thanks, Carrie. Thanks for that.
He said,
"Can't we do every 200?"
No, he actually said, "How about 100 and then 500?" I'm like, "But why? When we could spread the love and kindness to so many different businesses."
Yeah,
I love every 100. If you all
agree.
think it's too much, then
we can do
fine.
Every 2.
We can go 500 and then 1,000.
She doesn't like even numbers, so it would have to be an odd number.
That's right. So it would have to be 300,
379,
500,
the 379th show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I say we all just head to Cabo for one big party. Well, hell, come on. Come to Grand Solmar because the actual celebration is actually when I'm in Cabo. So if you all want to come and celebrate in Cabo, I will do a show, by the way, on the actual 400th day.
You should.
I will.
As much as I didn't want her to do any shows while she and I were in Cabo.
She woke up for him. Here's the funny thing, you guys. Okay.
Because that's how I am.
If we all of a sudden die, it's not my fault.
My internal clock woke up and it was like,
we got 8%.
Oh, she's on.
I literally turned her alarm off and said, sleep in. We gave each other a hug before we went to bed. And she's like, and I turned it off 3 times. And I said, now it's off. Mm-hmm. Sleep in. Do not get up. And she wasn't on. She wasn't talking, which was good. I wanted her to sleep. I don't have to. This is me, by the way. I don't need much sleep. I was pretty exhausted yesterday, but I don't need a whole heck of a lot of sleep. I'm wired. I don't do coffee. Can you imagine me on coffee?
No.
Please.
I've seen you on caffeine, and you do the opposite.
She
collapses and her head goes down on the table. She's like out cold. And I'm checking her pulse. This was at dinner. This was at Jay Gilbert's one night. I kid you not. She ordered a tea thinking it was herbal. And they brought it to the table, and it was not herbal. And all of a sudden, she's sitting there, and she's going,
"Something's wrong. My heart.
Something's not right." And I'm like, "Uh-oh!" And she collapses on the table.
She almost called 911.
And then like checking her pulse.
Here, do you want to?
And I'm like,
feel my pulse right now. By the way, it's low.
All I'm feeling are tendons. You
right there.
You were like, you have
I'm all
no
muscle.
meat. And then she went to the bathroom, and I'm like, "Oh my, she might not be coming out."
I have a very low heart rate. Can you even feel it?
Barely.
Yeah, right. It's very, very low.
She's
I'm almost dead.
She's a zombie.
Don't take me yet.
She's a zombie. She's going to be the fresh kill that I'm going to pair with.
Oh my God.
All
right. That's how we bring it home. Because Pink says with this wine, you should pair it with fresh kill.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to get arrested for that.
No.
Pink, I hope to God you see some part of this. Okay, look, we drank the bottle.
It's gone.
Very good.
It's gone. It's the last of it.
Everybody,
thanks for joining us.
We do really appreciate you entertaining us because we have tried to entertain you, but you've entertained us by being a part of this. Mm-hmm. So again, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, 2021. It is Two Wolves Winery in Santa Barbara County. Oh, the other question I've gotten in the past, you cannot visit her. You can't go to the winery. It's not open to the public like a lot.
You can't just show up and bang on the door.
No. Where's Pink?
We tried to do that in Gaia. At Gaia in Italy. Let us in.
She's going to Italy. She's going to Sicily in October. I'm going to Piemonte. The Barolo region.
Which is where Gaia is.
Which I haven't told you yet, everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm going to Italy in November for some big things coming in 2025, which is all I'm going to say. It's a little tease for you. Okay, time to end. You're cut off. We are. We're wrapping up. We love you all so much. Again,
Mm.
if you go to the concert on Saturday, if you see me, can I just say this? Because a lot of people always go, oh my gosh, I see you. And then they write me later, the next day, later that night, whatever, and say that they saw me, but they didn't say hi.
Say hi.
I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to say hi. You're not bothering me at all. Come up. I'd love to take a selfie with you. Let's take pictures together. Let's give a hug together. Let's spread the love of kindness.
And then move on.
And then we'll go enjoy the concert.
And then enjoy the concert.
Go enjoy the concert,
Yep.
right? Please enjoy yourself on Saturday night. I hope I see you. And you know what? St. Louis, behave. Because what I don't want to hear is that you make it in the headlines that you did something. You know, we've been hearing about crime in St. Louis and whatever. There's a lot of people that are going to be at the Dome on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Let's all behave.
Don't be assholes.
No, be kind.
Come on.
That is the greatest thing
Come
that
on,
we can
St. Louis.
All right.
Clear.
We got to say goodbye. I just took us off the air because I swiped too fast. It's what is that dating website?
Tinder?
Left, right, up and down. Either way,
Swipes.
we hope you have had a great day. I almost swiped us off. I don't know.
You did swipe us off.
I am not seeking out a date. I am just
I don't know. If you swept left, that's no good, right? Right is good.
It was
Left
no
is-
good. I took us off the
You
air.
did. So you went left.
I didn't take
You
us
went-
off the air. I
you
took
went no
our
good.
picture off. Everybody, we're silly together. And this is what I hope for you, that you find a friend that loves you no matter what, that's there for you in the good and the bad, and that doesn't care if your house is all disheveled, that you're all disheveled, that they're there for you. And really all they love is who you are as a human being. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Be real. The reason I asked for everybody to do that is because I wanted more of life to see the authentic aspect of who you are. Sure, it's great to put pretty clothes on and put earrings on and to look pretty, but in the end, she's seen me at my worst and at my best and loves me just the same. I hope you find that in a friend, because that is really the best thing you can possibly have in life.
Mwah.
Love
We do
you.
love you.
And we love all of you, and we thank you so much for being a part of everything that we do, and we'd love for you to be a part of us, right? Ruby does this on a regular basis. We'll talk about Ruby
hearts.
very soon, though, by the way. We're so proud of
hearts.
her and her Opry debut. To all of you, be anything you want to be in this world, but before you're anything,
Be whiny.
dang it, you're just like my mom. You
Oh,
can't say
be
the right
kind.
words.
Be kind.
God bless you all. Bye-bye.